Okay guys, welcome back to another video on the channel today. We're going to be looking at another lap on Assetto Corsa driving Spa, but again we're going to be driving on the PC version this time, and it's a setup that was requested and seen in the comments yesterday, so I thought I wanted to get this out because I've pretty much neglected the PC a little bit recently, so I wanted to get back on the PC and get this setup out, as it seemed very much that a lot of people would like me to have got it done. So we're going into that first corner, as you can see there, going down into second gear, very much like we did in the PS4 version, turning traction control off as we come out the corner, then going flat out through a rouge, use some of the curb on the left, try and get the curb on the right with the right tyre, and then flat out, as you can see now, just behind the Ghost. I think the Ghost is actually runs slightly ahead on the PC version, maybe 2 tenths, because I noticed it quite a lot even when I was matching the time, the Ghost was still ahead. Anyway, going into the next chicane now, we're going to brake it as on the PS4, just before the curb, going down into third gear, just being a little bit more careful on the curbs than on the PS4 version. It felt like, even though I had better turning on the PC version, I just had to be a little bit more cautious. Maybe it's something to do with the setup, but I found that the setup on the PS4 I had didn't quite work as well in terms of the curbs, but it still worked reasonably well, and it may have been a little bit faster on the PC this version anyway. Going into the next one, you see down in its third gear, hard on the power, try and use a bit of curb on the right, then approaching the really fast left-hander now. We actually got a little bit of too much turning of what I expected. Going down to fourth gear, you can see there, car reacted better than on the PS4 version, and hit the curb a bit, maybe losing 2 tenths. You can see the Ghost just reappearing there, and it actually goes in front of me slightly now. Going down into third gear, you can see the Ghost just pull ahead there. That's mainly because of that left-hander where we hit the curb, so it probably lost us a tenth or two. But you do this corner really well there, going in third gear, and we really hooked that corner. This corner we got really nicely. Down into third gear, skimming the curb on the right, hard on the power, and we got really good pull from that corner, as you can see there, as the Ghost appears in our mirror. Approaching now, flat out through to the fast left-hander now, and we're going to do very much like what we did on the PS4 version, where we down the traction control, put the traction control back onto the weakest setting, and just as we come out the corner, you can see traction control onto the weakest setting, and then approaching the braking zone in between the 2 white boards, going down into second gear and then into first gear as we approach the apex. A little squirt of the power, then try and get the car in onto the apex, and then hard on the power. We slightly lost back end, maybe lost another tenth or so there, and over the line for a 2 minutes 16.979. So you can see there was definitely, again, like I said on the PS4 version, probably a 2 minutes 16.5 possible with this setup, at least I would say. This setup might actually be slightly faster than the PS4 version one I did, maybe by about 10th or 2, but I think the PS4 version one might have been a little bit more consistent. It's basically swings and roundabouts. Not too sure how it'll play out. I'll have to do a good test in a race to see how consistent it is, but it felt easy enough to drive. Just have to be a bit more cautious on the curbs. Gearing was slightly different to the PS4 version, as you've seen before. Tyre pressure is pretty much similar to the PS4 version, although I did notice the tyres heated up slightly more on the PC version, but I think that may be a update that's happened on the PC version, is it's slightly ahead, but they come back down a lot quicker than the PS4 version when they do overheat. So they heated up, but they brought themselves back down to a nice temperature range reasonably fast. Traction control exactly the same as what we ran on the PS4 version. Obviously you're turning that off once you go through the first corner. Aerodynamics exactly the same as the PS4 version, 1.5. That felt perfect and felt really nice. You could probably run it maybe lower if you adjusted some of the suspension, but I like that 1.5 setting. Cambers very much the same as the PS4 version. Again, that worked really well. The only difference was with regards to the toe angles. I had to up them slightly just to give the rear a bit more stability on the PC version. I don't know why that is, but had to run them. I tried them on 0 and the back end was just a little bit loose when getting on the power. Running it on 2 felt a little bit better. If you want a bit more stability, run it on 3. Suspension settings, damper settings, very much again very similar to the PS4 version. A few might be slight changes in there, but nothing major. Feels really nice to drive. Drivetrain, I think it was exactly the same as the PS4 version, although I'm not sure. I think it was 10 and 40. On the PC version, you seem to be able to go up in 5% differences on the coast, but you can't do that on the PS4 version. But I think we ran the exactly same anyway as we did there. Same on the basic settings there, and the roll bars and everything, I think was slightly different to what I ran on the PS4 version. I had to go slightly softer on the front just to try and help it out over the curbs a bit more. I did, even though it says you have to go hard, it felt better with a slightly lower setting. Maybe I was going a bit too hard on the front, but it feels reasonably nice to drive, and it's definitely got the speed. Again, at the end, the travel range exactly the same as the PS4 version. There was no difference at all. Maximum, that felt fine for me. What we're going to do now is I'm going to do a little lap comparison between the PC and the PS4 version, as you can see now running on the screen. We're going to have a little look where each setup gained and where each setup maybe lost, but I think a lot of it came down to the driving, because where we made a mistake on lap and where we didn't, etc. But both setups, as you can see, were very close in terms of lap speed. You see, going through Rouge now, going into the first part of Rouge, identical, no differences, exactly the same there. Coming out of a Rouge, again, there is no differences at this stage. Let's have a little look at the speeds that each car's hitting there now. Have a little look. You can't actually see the PS. Oh yeah, 163, 164, exactly the same. So there's no difference in the top range speeds. So we can see that the physics are, in terms of acceleration, I think identical. Going through into this right-hander, both are identically placed still. Going into the right-hander up above now, I think possibly we may have took this a bit better on the PC version. I did note that when I was on the PS4 version, I took that slightly wrong and wasn't as quick on the power. Let's have a little look as we come out this corner. This corner we definitely did better on the PC version, and we're going to see as we come out the corner. We'll use the bridge now as a guide to see which one is ahead. And you can see there, PC one is fractionally ahead, but we might catch up a bit now on the PS4, as I did that quite nice this corner on the PS4. As you can see, as we come out the corner, we're going to see a little bit closer now, but the PC version has still got a slight, it's a very small advantage basically. Going into these corners, this is where I think we might have gained a bit over the PS4 version, because I really did hook up this right hander up here now. You see, going through the bridge very slightly ahead, going into this right hander, let's see what the difference is. We did both versions quite well, but we didn't get the car as early on the power on the PS4 version, and you can see the difference there already at that point. Let's have a little look at the guide on there on the building. Yeah, you can see we've definitely pulled an advantage from them corners on the PC version. Let's have a look at the bridge. You can really see on that bridge there, there's a clear advantage that we got mainly from how we did that corner. So there is 100% available at 2 minutes 16, as you can see on the PS4 version. We just got to hook that one corner up. And going into the braking zone, let's see if we did it a bit better on the PS4 version. I think I did this better, this corner a bit better on the PS4 version. You can see going down to first gear and then hard on the pie in second gear. You can see I think we actually did that a bit better on the PS4 version, gained quite a bit of time back. So you can see clearly there's probably a 16.5 available, but it's a good little comparison to have a little look at and compare the differences between the two versions. You can see there's not much differences really in the setup. It's just whether you take the bends better on a certain run, etc. Anyway guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave you with the replay from the PC version. Have a watch of the lap. It was a really nice lap on the replays to watch. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope this setup helps you out. Make sure to leave any comments you want to leave in the comment section, and I always try and reply to as many as I can. Obviously I can't reply to every single comment, but I do try my best. Thanks again for watching guys, and I'll be back with more of these videos very soon.